Well, you see, what we got here is we start over here and we go outside and I was playing with some friends and that's what that ugly mess is. Then I decided to mine on my precious mountain, prestigious mountain. And then they mined up there, which took me a while to get up there to figure out how they even got up there. But basically, I'm gonna put in some wooden towers right there and right there. And I got this nice long, tall, like doorway-ish thing. Then we got my actual door here. And I just came up with this whole thing off the top of my head. Then we got the nice. Oh, I should probably cut that out. We got the angled doorway, and then we got a temporary bedroom, and then we got what is going to soon be, I don't know, probably connection to like outer watchtowers made out of stone that are farther away. But we got a stairway, which is goes all the way up, and yeah. Then we got my basic necessities, because, you know, I'm bad at Minecraft and it takes me a while to put those in there. Then this is the main thing I'm working on today, actually, and for a long time. But we're gonna have it like go down this far on both sides, then it goes over 4 spaces, and it's gonna do that on both sides, and then we go up here, and it's gonna be this tall, off all the way at the bottom. It's gonna be huge, and then I'm gonna add some like stained glass at the end and put like some glowstone behind it, and it's gonna be all beautiful. And put some carpet in, and it's gonna be wonderful. I did this with my character. I got told how to do this by one of my buddies, and how you can use free skins as long as they don't have like the locky thing in the skin section, which is amazing. Fast forward if you don't want to see me mining. Although I might honestly be mining the entire stream too. Well, I mean, once it gets published, or out, or, you know, whatever they call it. I'm just using fancy words that I don't really know what they mean. Maybe I'll... Oh wait, I don't think I can do that. Never mind. Maybe I should have recorded this. No, this would make a bad recording as a video. It's better as a stream. Although YouTube has less streams, in my opinion, compared to Twitch. Although, I don't really care for Twitch. I don't know. Just don't like it. I have it on PC, because right now I'm playing on PlayStation, if you can tell. I don't know how you have, but anyway. Yeah, and I have, like, it there, so I can use my mods on, PC. I wish you could use mods on PlayStation, that'd be cool. I heard from my friends, I don't know if this is true, PlayStation is the only one that didn't get the Pillage, or whatever update. And that makes me actually, like, really sad. And I keep hearing, like, I don't know if it's just missounding or what, but I hear a zombie sound from over there for some reason. And then I just heard, actually, yeah, it's a gravel sound. Never mind. One second thing, it kind of sounded like a creeper, which I also learned now that like 2 seconds ago, I learned that if you lightly tap the gravel, it sounds like a creeper sound. Oh my god, today sucked. Just like, if we have any school students listening to this, which will probably be most of my viewers. Um, Even though I'm not very popular yet, but I will be popular someday. Um, but basically, we had to do this weird thing about Helen Keller, and I didn't know about her till yesterday. And I was told that we were doing a thing about her all day long. We had to do a bunch of blindfolded stuff. For some reason, I feel really sick after today, and it makes me kind of super sad. But I'm thinking about like eventually getting some iron ore and stuff like that. And I think you can do this in survival. I've never tried it before. I think you can like put it in the walls and stuff. I don't know for sure though. I'm gonna do this for like a few hours and then my friends are gonna come onto the server. They're all gonna be amazed. My voice is kinda scratchy now that I think about it. Although I do feel really sick. Got like a sort of sore throat. See, I just heard skeleton sounds and I don't know where they're coming from. It bugs me a lot. Although I haven't been like around the mountains, so it could just be like dirt really close by and there's like skeletons and stuff. Although if there is, that kinda really sucks. So I have to like burn or smelt the stone so I can make it into this kind of stone and patch up the areas that my friends mined. When I could just give them cobblestone. Yeah, actually, I'm going to the rock show tomorrow, which is pretty nifty. I wish I had a camera, because then I could actually like videotape my experience. And then I'd edit it. See, that's the thing that I don't like felt. Well, of course, you know, it's always good. There's no way. It's part of the thing. YouTubing and stuff is editing videos, and that's why I've only done streams. Because I'm a lazy bum who doesn't want to edit videos. Although if I edit videos, then I can probably make better stuff. And kid YouTubers like me can be popular. They're just really bad at editing, and I feel like that'd be like the downfall of my channel. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm getting kind of off topic, but I don't know what else to talk about. I'm just gonna like put in stuff. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna make. It's hard to kind of envision. Too bad I don't know how to like. Too bad I'm not good at drawing. I mean, I'm decent at drawing, but then I could like make a video and put the picture up there. Or wait, I don't use any social media, so I couldn't post it up there. But you know, I wouldn't. Well, subscribing to me is not bad. It's just I don't post videos very often. If you look at my channel, I had like a 6-month gap between this video and like the last one, because I kind of just stopped for a while. Because I found Spotify was awesome, and you can't use Spotify while using this, which is so annoying. I wish they would actually like do something more about that. Although I think I know why too, because like copyright purposes. Copyright sucks. Dark Souls is an awesome game. It's a wonderful game, and like cannot be beaten. Oh my god. Jimmy McGee. I just realized something. When I'm in the mountains and I'm offline, I could record videos up there, but I can't edit them, that's the problem. I could publish videos every Monday. Well, that'd be hard. And then just do random streams. Then I have to come up with content every week, and that is something hard for me. And there's some YouTubers who like make edited videos, and they put them out like every 7 hours. And I'm like, how do you do that? Although I guess after a while you just make so many videos from that if you use like affiliate marketing or ads, you could make a lot of money. Also, affiliate marketing, I haven't tried it yet, but it sounds awesome. I'm gonna try it once I hit like 1,000 subscribers. If I hit that. And don't become a lazy bum and just sit around. Oh, let's see. Do I got any water? Yeah, I guess I got some water in my glass. Mm. Mm. I'm gonna try Spotify. I am on there. I have 0 people and 0 comments. Beautiful. Yeah, you can't use Spotify just as I thought. Too bad I'm not like. Well, actually, I could go invite Sean. Although I don't. He's not much of a Minecrafty person. I wish there was like. Actually, I have a theory here, and I think all inventions and stuff, and all progress in society and stuff, could be sped up if someone were to spend the money. Like if there's like a billionaire, or even just a millionaire. There's water that way. And they just like, spent like a bunch of money and like invested in like, into like nerve gear according to Sword Art Online, but like full dive technology where you're fully immersed and you have your senses. I think that would be like the best kind of video game. Although that's just a personal opinion. Well, I guess I could ask the only people subscribed to me right now, I think, are my friends. I'll have to check that one out. So maybe I'll check that. No, I can't check that on my phone because then I gotta stop doing stuff, and I gotta keep my stream moving. I watched a video on YouTube yesterday, and did you know that, like, I think it's in a matter of minutes if you're swallowed by a whale, and you can only really be swallowed by toothed whales usually. But if you're actually like swallowed and go all the way to the stomach, then and you're still alive, then you'll be digested in a matter of minutes. Like it's like super acidic. What should I do here? Because I feel like I should add more decoration, but I don't know what. Is it nighttime yet? Because I kind of want to sleep nearby. That's not. By the way, if you. Oh yeah, it's snowing again. I like snow. Snow's awesome in every aspect. Because all the aspects of snow are that it's awesome, awesome, and more awesome. If you couldn't tell, I like snow. Because, snow's awesome. Some people hate snow, and I just don't get that. Those people are wrong, and yeah. I'd actually end up building into this area. See, in the amount of time it took me to make, like, the beginning of work. I mean, I worked on it more than when they were off and stuff, a little bit. But still, this is my friends. Out of 3 people built this. And then me, I built like that huge thing in there. Of course, not other than the throne room. Because that kind of started when they were off in thunder. That's scary. That's really scary. So it's kind of cold in my room, which is kind of ironic in my opinion. Because, it's cold, it's snowy in my video game. Or actually, no, it's not ironic, it's just a coincidence. But that's kind of a funny coincidence, in my opinion. Okay. I have to mine out all of that on the bottom, so I have to like redo all that, which I just did. I wonder what the trick is to growing trees in Minecraft, because I'm always really bad at it for some reason. My other survival world was really fun. But one of my friends just didn't want to work on it anymore and didn't want to continue it because I kind of like building things out of stone because I really just feel like the medieval Minecraft vibe just fits it in my opinion. I don't really care. I mean, there's some nice futuristic stuff I've seen people make, but it's just I like my medieval stuff and my fantasy and my whole throne rooms and stuff like that. Although I also like those in like real life. I went to Ireland at like May. It was really fun. Like really, really fun. And there's so many castles there. And it's so interesting. It's like my favorite place now. Except global warming's gonna make us sing. Global warming sucks. Why don't people just like stop global warming? Well, actually, I know why. Because everybody's lazy bum who doesn't want to do it. But like with what we do with our lives, I feel like someone just should feel more motivated to stop global warming. Because it's a serious problem, like a really, really serious problem that affects everyone. But, and yet, people would rather just spend a few minutes complaining about licking ice cream or even doing, that was nasty. I watched a video about Optimus, he's a pretty cool guy. Like his videos are awesome. I wish I actually knew more YouTubers. Maybe like rise my popularity. Although I don't really care about popularity. I mean, I do, but I don't. It's like a nice benefit. And I forgot what happens when I get the streaming thing. It usually bugs me when I see the on-air thing on most games, but Minecraft's just chill and I can do it with ease. And it's getting dark in here without torches. Let's place one right there. Oh, I'm having ab pain right now. Do I have any? No, I don't have any more. Let's just go over here. Store the. I'm gonna have to create another chest for soon. That sucks. I guess we'll take this out. Put this, and this. Oh my god. We can make another chest, and then that, and then yay, sparkle, glitter, wonderfulness. I don't know why, but I just like to say that. Like just I said it like once, and then I got like addicted to saying. Now that's freaking a lot of pickaxes if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. Eventually this throne. Actually, I might even make the throne longer. Which is kind of why I'm leaving this. Like the little two-branch thing I'm calling it. Because if I leave this, then I can always make it longer easily later. Which, you know, would be nice. I wish I could just put like lights on the, or these on the ceiling, but I need lanterns to do that. Actually, how do you make a lantern? Can you make it with this thing? I mean, a crafting table. If you can't make it, that makes me sad. Actually, it might be one of those items. Whoa, you can make, oh, but you need a ton of silver. And I don't play Minecraft much, so I don't know how to get silver. Whoa, what's this? I don't remember creating this. Although, my memory abilities are like the worst out there. Like, I can remember some things that are like non-important at all, but then I can't remember other things that are like super important. Like, I have really selective memory and selective hearing. I can actually, like, most people just tune someone out, but I can actually like stop hearing them altogether. Like, it's really actually a bad habit of mine. And then I got my friend Jacob, and he complains a lot. Or, I mean, he doesn't complain a lot, but like when he does complain, he just complains all day long. And he switches from game to game to game and to game. And it's actually pretty annoying for us. Although, I'm kind of just complaining. Because this is a really good time to complain. Just jamming along. All my still 0 viewers. Well, it is like 9:02, so most I can see that only most people who would be like looking at my thing wouldn't be looking at it like most people who normally would look at a broadcast like mine. Oh, I don't think you could see it, never mind. But if you have Red Dead Redemption 2, which is awesome, and with the update that they came out, it like, I don't know if it's breathing life back into it or not, but all I know is I like Red Dead a lot. Again, like, it was decent when it came out, and story mode was awesome when it came out. But the online kind of sucked. But once they added businesses, it like regained the spark that it just lost. I'm having ab pain again. It hurts. Oh. Okay, there we go. I switched my position and it's better. I think people underestimate the maturity of 8th graders. And people like in middle school, I think they always think of them as more of little kids still. But honestly, we're actually like really dirty, at least where we are at my school. And I mean, I get the whole censorship and stuff, but I also feel like adults censor things too much. And I heard this one thing where there was like a college, like a really prestigious one, that actually put a safe place in. Who does that? If you need a safe place at that point, you might as well just like live with your parents in your base in their basement. And even if you do that, you still of like a higher tier than that. Like, I get having like mental issues or having like phobia. Well, actually, phobias technically are mental issues. Technically, because I'm doing health class right now, which last year I almost failed. Which, you know, with my good grades is actually a pretty good surprise to me. Not a pretty good, but you know, a pretty like significant. Just yeah. Oh, we're actually almost like pretty far. Actually, no, really far. So after we carve out this room, I guess we'll go on to the next one, which would be... How much do we have? I've gone through like 2 or 3 pickaxes since I've resupplied. Just actually like a lot. it's nighttime, I'm gonna sleep. My tree might grow that way. At least that's my hope. Forgot I can't turn on music. It's the one problem about streaming is you can't turn on music. It's just so annoying. Although I also get it too, because it'd be harder for them to like they'd have to put in a lot more programming for the streaming and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I get why they do it. I just don't like to not be able to play my music. But I'm doing this to raise popularity and get you guys, my fans, to be out there. Honestly, I'm just complaining about life. Just thinking about it, actually, I just am spending a long time complaining about life. Although, I'm a complainer. I like to complain. Actually, at one point, I even considered it a hobby to complain. Like, that's how much I like complaining. It just makes me feel better. And then everyone gets really mad at me when I complain. And it's like, but it like unstresses me and unwinds me out. Do you ever feel like that? It's a good question. I'm kinda hungry. I had artichokes. I had my braces tightened yesterday. Which, I get people have more pain in their braces and stuff. But it just hurts. Like, usually it doesn't hurt that much. But I got like a 6-tooth chain. Which, if any of you know what that is, it's way more than I've had before. Like, I think last time I had a 2 or a 4. Yeah, I think it was a 2, maybe a 3. I don't know if they put odd numbers on. They might. But yeah, and like, it was hard to eat an artichoke. And an artichoke is like a really squishy food. And it's not like really squishy, but it's like not much harder than a Pop-Tart. Also, Pop-Tarts are delicious. I'm 6'4", and I'm 13, like, years old. So, Pop-Tarts are healthy. That's my theory. Or I just like Pop-Tarts and have genes that help me grow. But that's a less plausible idea in my head. It's true. Also, here's the thing. Not all tall people play basketball. Like, everybody asks that. And it's like, most tall people that I know don't play basketball. Like, the third tallest person at my school, who I'm actually pretty good friends with, who's also the same name as me, because we're both Tyler. But, he plays football. Although he's like sporty and buff and stuff, buff compared to me. He's not buff, but you know, he's muscular, he's fit, he's in shape. And, you know, I'm not, and I have a really fast metabolism, so, oh my god, if I get old and lose most of my metabolism, I'm just gonna like keel over. Like, I don't get how people can be that fat. Because, I mean, I get being born with it. And I get there's certain situations. Because it makes sense. It makes lots of sense that you can be in a certain situation. And a lot of people are. But some people aren't. Like the people who aren't. It's like, how can you just let yourself get to that state? I just don't understand. And yes, I have a fast metabolism. So yes, it would be hard for me to know. But still, whenever I do something physical, I do something really pretty physically demanding, in my opinion. Like, I lift something that weighs like 100 pounds or something like that. You know, not like super physically demanding, but you know, something physically demanding enough that, you know, it's really hard. Especially for someone who doesn't do any extra physical fitness. But still, I just can't understand. Like, for one, how you'd let yourself, and how can you get to that state? Because, I mean, I get diabetes, and I get all those other kind of situations, and I get just, like, eating a lot, or stress eating, or things like that. They make perfect sense, and they make perfect sense how you could gain weight. But when you just like slop around all day, it's just nasty. And I saw this one guy, also by Optimus. Actually, I really like his channel. But mm, go check it out. Maybe I could put a link to it. That'd be nice. Although I'm a lazy bum, so I probably wouldn't do that. But um, like there's this guy who hadn't cleaned his room in 14 years, and it's like, how do you live like that? I mean, I live in a reasonably dirty room. I'm pretty dirty for a boy. I throw my clothes on the floor, but I clean them up like once a week, and put them in my hamper and stuff. And I leave dirty dishes around, but I don't let them like stack and stack and stack. I clean them out every like 2 days, if that, like every day or so. And it's just like, how do you leave nasty food there for years and years? And don't you get bugs in your room and all those kind of things? I don't know. It's just a question. Wow, I've only been complaining for 30 minutes and I feel way, way better. Also, I feel like really lightheaded because I've talked and talked and talked, and I'm usually a decently quiet person. Also, I don't get like the whole craze against sex. I mean, I get it for like younger ages, like my age. But and I get not liking masturbating at my age, but still masturbate it's like it's a physical thing. You physically have um hormones. Yeah, that's the word. That are like making you want to do that, basically, almost. So I just don't get why people are so against it and see it as such a nasty thing. And why things are socially unacceptable. Because social expectations and what we determine as good or wrong, or bad, good and bad, and evil and good, and our like morals are just based on social expectations of what we want and all that kind of stuff. And people just never seem to think about it that way. And I took this color test, which was actually really accurate on all my other things, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate on this. But it said I understand like psychology really well, and I think I do because like, doesn't it just make sense that social expectations and morals and stuff are just based on what we do and don't want to happen to us? Then we apply them onto other people, and people who have similar ones build up a united front, and then people are forced to under those expectations. Yeah, I forgot. When I get talked too much, I get really lightheaded and my face turns numb, which is big for one because I have really low blood pressure. Which actually, I don't know. I think the machine was just wrong. Actually, I'm 99% sure the machine was wrong. But it was one of those like things where you put it on your arm really tightly and then it like measures your blood pressure and heart rate and stuff. And like it was measuring it and mine was like abnormally low, like enough where I'd probably be like dead. And I know I have low blood pressure and stuff. And I know that, and it was like normal for really low, but I mean it was really really low, but you know, but like my heart rate was super low, and I think it was just because my blood pressure's low. So since it's tightly around there and it's measuring it by like how when your blood like goes through your arm, um, or like it goes through your body, it basically is built on like a pressure system almost, like a really light pressure system. But when your heart beats, it like increases the pressure and everything moves, which is what heartbeats are, basically in my like basic explanation. But like, oh man, I just lost my place in my mind. But like, doesn't it just like it goes to your arm? Yeah, let me just like re-say what I'm thinking because I lost my place in my mind. But like It goes through your arm and it pumps through and it kind of matches your heartbeat. And I think if you have low enough blood pressure, it just can't measure it right because it can't like feel the stuff moving through because your veins and stuff aren't pushing out enough. Also, my veins push out a lot. Like, I don't like my blood pressure doesn't get higher, but when I don't know why it happens, but I think it's my blood pressure increasing. But like my veins just stick out like a ton. Although I'm a really, really skinny dude. Like, I look actually really frail, like, and deathly pale and all that kind of stuff. But I'm perfectly healthy, pretty much, actually. I'm fit enough to, like, do daily things normally. And I actually have a little bit of muscle on me. Not, like, much, but, enough to lift, like, heavy things. And I mean, I do play lots of video games, and I mean lots and lots of video games. But when I'm not playing video games, it's not like I just sit around. Because I'll play video games and watch TV, like most of the time. But when I'm not doing that, I'm usually doing something that's really physically demanding, which is kind of the thing there. Also, I don't really care for my gym teacher. I mean, I like my teacher, Mr. Novak. He's like awesome. But there's also this gym teacher, Miss Jones. And I don't know why. I just don't like her. She kind of just sets her expectations higher than what all the advanced class teachers set. Well, at least for what was last year, because I only have her for gym this year. Last year I had her for her health, and it was first thing in the morning. And it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not an early riser at all. I don't get functioning until like noon, or at least 9. But like, and then she's like, you need to come to class prepared and all this kind of stuff, and it's like normal. But she's like, if you're not awake enough in the morning, you need to get more sleep. And I'm like, I get 9 hours of sleep a night. I get more sleep than almost every one of my classmates. And if I got more sleep, it wouldn't help. Because, I'm pretty sure light waking or being tired in the mornings is also blood pressure. I saw it in a movie once. Because, movies are always right. But, like, I just feel like I don't know. My God, I just stopped talking and all my nerves like settled and now I can feel like a tingling sensation in my face because I usually don't, talk too much. I mean, I talk pretty decent amount. I have lots of friends. Actually, I'm friends with pretty much everyone in the grade. At least I know everyone, and I'm on good terms with everyone. And I feel like you just need to tune your personality for each and every person to make it so you can, like, at least be around them and be less irritable around them and kind of change it to suit what they're saying. And I feel like that's like the way how I said I understand psychology and stuff. It's just because um you have to like tune your personality to each and every person. This room is kind of turning out kind of weird. Maybe I'll make some arches and stuff like that. I just had an ultimate idea. What if I like made like arch? Well, actually, I don't have it fully dug out, and I gotta make it way farther that way and way farther this way. But what if I make like huge arches, which are like one block, and then I make like connections to those to the wall? If you can kind of picture what I'm saying. Oh yeah, for the Helen Keller Day, we did something where we have to like, we had a feeler person who would feel like a person's face. We would have someone who was like um be like the model who'd have their face touched. Then we'd have the drawer, and we had to like describe um it to the drawer one more of the feeler, so we could like, and then they would draw an image because we'd be blindfolded when we felt like their face and stuff. But like, um, it was really hard, and I ended up waiting till the very end to be the person who would put on the blindfold and stuff, and it got harder and harder as you went. So in the end, where I did it, I had to describe it with hand gestures. At first, you could the artist could ask questions. At second, only the person could describe it, and lastly, you had to describe it with hand gestures, which was really hard. And honestly, for using hand gestures and being blind, like, I'd say it turned out pretty good. Yeah, there's this girl named Peyton in my class, and I'm actually pretty good. Well, at least she's one of my good friends. I don't know how good of a friend I am on her scale, but like, she's there and she's a pretty good friend. And she didn't really talk to me much before until more recently, and she realized how much more of a dirty person I am, and how much dirty jokes I say, how much dirty stuff I do, all sorts of stuff like that. But it's like, mm, um, like, she's pretty cool to be around, and actually a pretty nice person. And most people in my grade are, but it's way, I found her to be, there's this kid named Lucas, and he's like real cool, and I really like him. He's in my grade, and I have art with him, and I have science with him, and um, he's really fun to be around, and I just yeah find him like fun to be around, and so like he sits at my art table, and so does Peyton, and we usually hang out. And Lucas is at least was pretty innocent at like the last year, the beginning of last year, and I've taught him more and more things. Like he asks me what they are, and then I tell him what they are, and then or I tell him to like search it up, which are pretty dirty things actually, like what a masochist is, or like what a he asked what a prostitute was, and I told him, and I gave him actually like a scientific explanation. So I gave him a serious explanation. Someone who sells their body, or to sex for money, and usually leaves or 99 or pretty much always has the condom on, because it's not like normal sex. Well, I mean, it is normal sex. It's sex for pleasure, basically. It's not sex for trying to have a child. Which, honestly, I heard this. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that dolphins and humans are the only people who do it for pleasure. And it makes sense to me. Because dolphins, I'm pretty sure, are pretty smart. At least they're really smart in movies. There was like, they're super smart, intelligent animals and all this kind of stuff. And stuff. And I'm like, sure, I don't really know. But like, yeah, and then we got humans, which everyone considers humans to be like the best species and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, but are we really? We're kind of just there, and it's kind of just eh. I haven't come across a single bit of iron. I've mined out all of this, and I haven't come across a single bit of iron. I've been doing this for like almost 50 minutes, almost an hour. Is Sean on? No, Sean's not on. That's sad. That's real sad. He's not on. Wait, do I still have more water? Yeah, I do. A little bit. Alright, there's this thing where if you get your high school, I think it's only your last 2 years of high school, But you can get your high school to to pay for a community college associate's degree, I think it's called, where it's like 2 years, and they'll pay for those 2 years, and you do it for your last 2 years of high school instead of going to normal high school. And yeah, I think I'm gonna try that, and I think my best friend Jacob's gonna try that. Although that means I have to try really hard in high school and get through all my classes, which is gonna be really hard for me because I'm gonna have to take a bunch of math classes. I have a pretty good down with science, so I don't think I'll take science classes. I mean, I'll take science classes because you're required to take science classes, but I think I'll take the minimum. Because, I mean, I got basic science, at least. Wow, next year I'm going to high school. Ugh. It's just like, oh. That's my feeling about that. This is gonna be a big room. Actually, how many steps do we go down? Go down one. Go down 1, go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Three, 4. 5, 6. And 7. I think I counted right. I don't know for sure. Man, I am just going through resources like I would not believe. Has my tree grown up yet? My tree has grown up. All my trees have grown up. Let me check something. Could have sworn I planted a tree every. Meh, I don't know. Anyway, actually, I'll create some stone tools. Like I'll create a stone axe, because I could really use one of those, I think. And, more stone pickaxes. Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going to, I said this already, but I'm going to, like, the rock show area. Also, if you don't believe in global warming, you're pretty stupid. If you haven't noticed by, like, the increase in all global weather. Like, also, President Trump's an idiot, in my opinion. Although I'm getting on a touchy subject here, because there's still a decent amount of people who like him. And I'm not saying he's completely terrible. He has lowered taxes. But I just feel like he's not, I mean, like he doesn't have a sciencey education or a mathematical. And I get the bad spelling. My mom was always just making fun of him for that and stuff. When my mom can't spell much better than he can. But honestly, spelling's hard for me. Like, I don't have dyslexia or any of that. I can't really tell. I'm just not good telling those things. Or anything like that. Like, it took me, like, a long time to notice that I needed glasses. Like, it took me, like, 4 years to notice that I don't need a high prescription. But, like, I can barely read my broadcast. The broadcast has started. Stop broadcasting. Press start share button. And, blah, blah, blah. But I can barely read that, and that's like, I'd say 10 feet away from me. Oh wait, I'll have to wait for those to decay. Oh maybe, oh I could make wooden arches. Yeah. Cause I don't know how good those would turn out though. Wait, let's make... Okay, so that's jungle planks. So... guess we could get started on those towers. And yes, I am going to mine over a little bit, but not much. But I want to keep like this whole thing, so I'm gonna try to just mine over, but only a little bit. I could make little like taller towers than I was planning, and make a little bridge, and then like a small little outer wall. I'm just coming up with ideas, because I'm amazing. I know I'm amazing. I'm awesome and amazing at everything I do. That's how I build self-confidence. Just like tell myself I'm amazing at everything. It's actually pretty funny to say myself. But like, yeah. Oh my god. Like I've mined out lots and lots of stuff before. But I don't know, just mining outside, it's more complex. Because, you know, it's not like mining inside where you're just mining in squares and squares and squares. And I just don't feel like anyone mines the same way I do. I'll have to show you my mine on my other save. And that mine might be less efficient. I don't know. It's been an hour, and I don't think I've had a single person click on this video. That is so sad. And honestly, at first, I was okay with Fallout 76. But the more I looked at it, and the more I reflect on it, the less I feel good about it. I feel like it was wasted money. Because it came out later than Red Dead. And if I do say so myself, Red Dead has more land and stuff that it's based on. And more like player, like more area on the map and stuff. But like, I just feel like Red Dead, well, it has way better graphics, and Bethesda hasn't upgraded their graphics engine in like 20 years. And I'm not kidding there. They haven't done it in over a decade. They haven't upgraded it since Fallout 3. They've made it better by like spiffing up some things, changing around some things, being able to add more, but it's still the same graphics engine. They need an entirely new one. If they took an extra year and created a whole new graphics engine, all that kind of stuff, it might have been a beautiful, beautiful game with like great graphics and just made me feel utterly good. But it's just utterly terrible. It's trash. And my friend Jacob really likes it. And I don't get how he likes it so much. Because, I mean, it's not a bad game for all, like, game mechanics. If you can ignore the graphics, it's a great game. Or a pretty good game. Other than actually, it's not as good as the other Fallouts, other than the multiplayer aspect. Although, I do say they did good with the multiplayer aspect. That is the one thing I do say they did good on. I think they should have added NPCs, all that kind of stuff. But they did good on, like, some of the other stuff. I can actually feel my heartbeat in my feet for some reason because I have like a vein right there. This like having astigmatism, not really, but you know, it's like freaking out on me. It's kind of weird, like actually really weird. My God, sun! The sun just goes down all the time. Like the sun's always down. I swear in this game the sun is always down. I think I'll add a little bit more dirt there, across there, and like, yeah. So I don't really care if the school's my zoo school superintendent. I mean, he's not bad. Actually, I don't even know what gender they are, because I should just call them them, a they. But you know, I just don't really care for them. They're kind of just annoying, and everybody knows it. Nobody really cares for the superintendent because everyone feels like they make kind of stupid decisions. Or the principal. The principal isn't as bad, but the principals all like school spirity and stuff like that, and that also drives me nuts. I just can't stand people who are always like, let's get more school spirit, all that kind of stuff. It's like nobody cares about school spirit. If you don't have any school spirit, you can't build school spirit. It just doesn't happen. It's snowing and it's darkness outside. Let's just sleep in the bed. I like how they switched it from red beds to white beds. Like, I really like that. I really like that addition to the game, though. Oh, if you sleep, snow doesn't build up. I just learned something new. Frick. Do you ever feel like nobody ever really, they say they attribute to society, but they just don't actually do it? Like, no one's created reusable spaceships. Like, they've created, like, reusable spaceship parts, but they haven't actually created reusable spaceships, which would, or relaunchable spaceships, which would be, like, a huge innovation, and I can think of a lot of ways to do it, especially with the discovery on how to make dark matter. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet. What amazing! Yeah, something I haven't mentioned here. But they found a way to like make dark matter. It was in like a college somewhere, I think, and they like found a way to well make dark matter. You know, it's kind of just as simple as that. I think that was it. It was something like that. And you know, making dark matter is a huge innovation in science and stuff. But it's really interesting because it like has like the opposite effect of gravity or whatever, and if we could just put that in like spaceships, of course I don't know how you do this, But I guess that'd be how they create like anti-gravity devices when you think about it. And how they would create anti-gravity products and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, I guess, you know. Oh my god! Just accidentally placed it there, and that makes me kind of like sad, mad, and all sorts of things. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Ow. Only took away like a ton of health. Because it didn't take away that much health, but you know. Complaining about things, like I said earlier. Makes me feel bad. Oh my god, actually it does take away a lot of health. Never mind, and I honestly might die trying to do this. Because this is the one thing I'm really, really bad at, is placing things, like, right there. Yeah! Well, either way, my health bar is really, really low now. So, like, you know, I'm probably gonna die now. Anytime. Oh my god. I used up a lot of blocks for that. I'm starting to get tired. Might actually end it soon. I remember you only get like half the XP back when you die. So now sometimes it can be like a ginormous amount, and sometimes it can be like an itty bitty bit, an itty bitty bit, an itty bitty bit, itty bitty bit, itty bitty bit, itty bitty bit. Just feel like, wow. Well, you popped out of nowhere. Yeah, I was gonna make a stone axe. Let's go do that. Did you hear that? I heard that. I'm gonna leave those cows to like flourish. Cause, you know, if they make more cows, then, you know, that's great for me. Cause, you know, I should keep 2 or more cows around. What, have you ever, if you guys just like anime, then, like, well, anime's awesome. And Doctor Stone is coming out, like, well, it's ongoing. And it's actually really good. And so is Dan Machi season 2. And I really like the original season. I feel like the second one shows Hestia in like a lesser light, but other than that, it's not too bad. I just feel like it kind of lost its vibe. Like the first season showed him like growing and facing all these challenges, and actually I'm talking away that I don't really care for. But it was nice and adventurous and like on-spurring, basically. That's a made-up word that I just made up. But you know, we'll go with it. But you know, it was motivating and nice and really entertaining. But it kind of just lost then the second season. It kind of just didn't necessarily die, but it just became another show to watch. It didn't become a great, wonderful show. This show's great. You can't miss out on it. It kind of just became it's there and you can watch it. It's a pretty good show kind of thing. And you know, with that, lost its vibe. Oh my god, I have so much cobbles. Not as much as my other shit. God, I have like 6 chests filled with cobblestone. Cobblestone a lot on that thing. Oh, I don't need that. Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's what I do. What in the world is this here? Maybe I'll add like a fake brace. Yeah, out of like these blocks, since you know I have like no good purpose for them. Other than to, you know, like be there. Oh man, I'm tired. What? Why? I saw a bunch of people who were really tired from today, and I was wondering how they're so tired. But I think I finally understand. Although I think I'm getting sick too, which, you know, doesn't help. I hate being sick. Like, I mean, everyone hates being sick, but I just, like, hate it more than other people, I think. Like, I just can't stand it. It just makes my body feel so weak and so vulnerable, and, like, and it's not even like I have a vulnerability problem. It just makes me feel just off. Like, and super awful. Well, we only have like, oh wait, no, I thought we only have like a few more, but we actually have quite a few more. How do you make a, oh, I think I have a few ideas for a bridge. Epic, yeah. And now we'll switch over to this kind of wood. so tired. I'm gonna shut off my stream so I can put on music. I think I'll broadcast again tomorrow. So, just keep a heads up. And goodbye.